Today with me is First Assistant District Attorney Teresa Johnson, Assistant District Attorney Kevin Howard, Chief County Detective Michael Gumbar, County Detective Harold Shank, and Reading Police Chief William Hine. In September of 2011, Detective Harold Shank of the Berks County District Attorney's Office initiated a cold case investigation into the murders of Miguel Colon and Jason Stief, which occurred in early October 2004 in the city of Reading. Based on the findings of the investigation conducted, Detective Shank presented sworn testimony of facts to the members of the investigative grand jury from October 2011 through July 2013. As a result, the Berks County District Attorney's investigative grand jury issued a presentment on July 11, 2013, recommending the arrest of Norman Michael Vega for the murder of Miguel Colon and Jason Stief. The following are a list of the charges that have been filed against Mr. Norman Vega. For the homicide of Miguel Colon, murder of the first degree, murder of the second degree, murder of the third degree, robbery, burglary, criminal trespass, possessing instruments of crime, criminal conspiracy. For the October 14, 2004 homicide of Jason Stief, murder of the first degree, murder of the third degree, aggravated assault, retaliation against victim, witness, or parties, propulsion of missiles into an occupied vehicle onto a roadway, possessing instruments of crime, recklessly endangering another person. On July 15th, the presentment was accepted by the Honorable President Judge Paul M. Yatrin, supervising judge of the investigative grand jury. Judge Yatrin authorized the Commonwealth to prosecute the charges as recommended in the presentment. Today, July 18, 2013, based on the investigation conducted, testimony provided to the grand jury, Detective Shank obtained a warrant of arrest for Norman Vega. The warrant was issued by Magisterial District Justice Alvin Robinson for District Justice Thomas Xavius. Let me give you a brief rundown of the facts of this case. On Sunday, October 3rd, 2004, Miguel Colon was shot and killed during a home invasion at his residence. One of the witnesses who was present at the home invasion was Jason Stief. Jason Stief said that he, along with his girlfriend and Miguel Colon's wife, were together at Colon's residence. They were getting ready to watch a movie. Three males entered the residence uninvited with guns in their hands. Jason saw Miguel hand money to the suspects. Miguel then fled the residence, and all three suspects chased after him. Jason Stief heard 4 to 5 gunshots, and he ran outside onto the 1300 block of Mulberry Street, where Miguel's body was located. Jason Stief positively identified Hector Soto to police officers as one of those individuals who had committed that home invasion robbery. On October 8, 2004, criminal charges were filed against Hector Soto. He was taken into custody on October 9th, 2004, and charged with first, second, and third degree murder and related charges. In July 2007, Hector Soto was convicted after a jury trial of second degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. On Thursday, October 14th, 2004, after charges had been filed against Hector Soto, Jason Stief was shot and killed while his vehicle was stopped in the drive-thru at the McDonald's restaurant located at North 9th and Spring Streets in the city of Reading. During the course of the investigation, the person who was incarcerated with Norman Vega in 2005 advised detectives that Vega admitted to him that he was the shooter in the McDonald's murder. He stated that he and 3 other people fled the McDonald's in different directions, and they were all wearing hooded sweatshirts so no one would be able to identify him. Vega told the person that he was afraid of being identified by Stief in the home invasion, and that is why he and Hector Soto conspired to have this murder committed. Another person who was incarcerated with Norman Vega advised detectives that Vega admitted to him that he shot Stief to cover his ass. Vega told him that they followed Stief to the drive-thru. He and another male jumped out of their vehicle, then ran up to Jason Stief's vehicle. He admitted that he pointed a gun at Stief and shot him multiple times in the head. Vega stated that he killed Stief not only to save Soto, but to save himself in case Soto turned on him. He said he threw the gun in the river. Vega said they ran into Cologne's residence because Cologne was allegedly selling weed. However, we found no evidence of that occurring. Cologne ran out of the residence, he got shot, and they all ran. Vega knew that Stief could identify him, which is why he shot him. In closing, I want to thank the members of the Reading Police Department, my staff, my detectives, specifically Detective Harold Schenk, for their relentless commitment to solving this heinous crime. Witness protection has been one of the priorities of my administration. On March 2010, I issued a memorandum to all law enforcement agencies stating that when preparing affidavits of probable cause and criminal complaints, that they need to use restraint in identifying the names and addresses of victims of crime in these public documents. We will not tolerate these senseless acts of murder committed by cold-blooded thugs. I will use every investigative tool available to investigate similar cold cases that have plagued our community, and no case will be closed until justice is served. And we're asking the public again, and we believe that there's other people out there who have information on this case. So we're asking them to come forward and to call the Berks County District Attorney's Office, Detective Unit at 610-478-7171, or Crime Alert Berks County, because we believe that there's additional information that people have obtained in our community about this crime, and we'd like that information to be turned over to law enforcement. Again, this case, when it took place, was just one of just a huge tragedy, and I am so grateful to the hard work of our staff to bring these charges today, and we look forward to the prosecution of this case going forward.